I've got a big bin of trash. Let's go through it, shall we? To be specific, this is a year's worth of, well, not trash. It'll go in the recycling bin. This is 2019's products that I actually used up. Mostly skincare, because I don't finish makeup that frequently because I'm a hoarder. Yeah, mostly skincare. I've got some items in here that are multiples. So obviously I repurchased them. But the reason I wanted to try doing an Empties video today was because I want to show you and remind myself of which products I am actually repurchasing and finishing, because I'm starting to feel really guilty about how much I have stockpiled in terms of makeup and beauty and hair care products. So I want to encourage myself to hashtag shop my stash and really use what I have already before going out to purchase something new. You got it? Okay. Let's go through it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of pre-sort some of this stuff here, but this is a big Muji container that I was trying to this year put my used up products in. I didn't always remember to. Sometimes I did just bin them, but I'll show you what I got. So firstly, I'll talk about products that you've heard me talk about before, which are from Province Apothecary, which is a Toronto-based skincare company. And I've been using their products for almost 10 years now, and they're great. I continually reorder them, and I can show you here. The main products that I use are firstly the Invigorating and Balancing Toner, the Rejuvenating and Hydrating Face Serum, the Protecting and Restoring Face Balm, and then also the Repairing and Conditioning Lip Balm. So in the past year, I've used 3 of those toners and about three of the face serums and 2 of the face balms. So that just shows you how much I like them. Will I repurchase them? Yeah, I already have. Been using them since these ran out. So that's a definite go-to repurchase. Yes, please. Another item that there should be more of in here. I only found 2 of my deodorants in here. So I've obviously recycled some. Whoops. This is the Dove Original 24-Hour Invisible Solid Antiperspirant. Now I know an aluminum-based deodorant isn't everyone's preference, but it's worked for me. And what I like about this one is, first of all, I love the smell. It's not invasive and it's very fresh. And this over other similar products like a Lady Speed Stick, for example, does not irritate my skin. I probably in like my teens and 20s would use Lady Speed Stick, and I would get a lot of irritation and rashes in my underarm area. And I found that consistently using this, I haven't had that problem. So I've already repurchased it. I got 1 at home and 1 in my gym bag. I use it every day. Moving along. We can talk about hair quickly, right? Can't we? Hair. Who's got it? I've got some. Batiste dry shampoo. Every once in a while, I feel guilty about using dry shampoo in a can like this because it's probably not good for the environment. But this stuff is good. It's the original Batiste Clean and Classic. I love the smell. I think it goes on well. My mom buys it in bulk at Costco because she saw me using it once, and so I finished these 2 cans. I've got probably 3 more cans left of the multi-pack. Maybe I'll use it eventually. It's great. Okay, here's a pricey little number that I finished up. This is the Briogeo Scalp Revival Charcoal Tea Tree Scalp Treatment. Woo! It's the first Briogeo product I've ever tried. I can't remember why I tried it. Some influencer influenced me. And it is a scalp oil. So my scalp, just like the rest of my body, gets quite dry. And so I thought I'd try this out. It did not help me, but it does feel nice on the scalp. I used it all up in the hope that, like, you know, it just wasn't working right away and you have to go through the whole bottle. And but unfortunately I will not be repurchasing. And I think this would be better for someone maybe with an oilier, flaky scalp. Does that make sense? Because it has tea tree and it's like very invigorating, but it's not exactly what I needed. I've since gone to my dermatologist to figure out what I need. So the next item that I have, a lot of, have used a lot of, is called Heavenly Sleep Liquid Melatonin. And I take this every single night. I've had insomnia and sleep disorders and sleep issues my entire life. And about 2 years ago, I ended up going to a sleep specialist. And I did one of these overnight stays at the clinic where they stick all these electrodes all over your body, and it's like very invasive and incredibly strange, and somebody watches you on CCTV sleeping the whole night. It's very strange, but they then spit out this very fascinating report that tells you all about your sleep patterns. So I won't get into the details of what my doctor told me, other than he recommended liquid melatonin. I had tried a tablet or pill form of melatonin before and hadn't had luck with it. And he explained that the liquid melatonin gives you a lower dose, which for whatever reason is just absorbed by the body more easily than the tablets, which started at about 5 milligrams. And each dose of this, I think, is like 3 milligrams. So I take a dropper of it every night, and it works, or it has worked for me. I recommend it. This is in the flavor Tranquil Orange. Already repurchased, for sure. Empty, repurchased. Okay. Hello, use these up. This is the Nivea Care Intensive Nourishment Non-Greasy Cream. Quick absorbing moisturizer for body, face, and hands. I used it for my body, and I really liked it. I only purchased it at first because it was on sale, and continued to do so whenever it was also on sale again. And I really like it. It has a nice light scent, but nothing too, overpowering. I swim quite regularly, many times a week, and the chlorine in the pool is not great for your skin. We know that for sure. So after I swim and shower, I always need to moisturize a ton, my whole body. So I go through a lot of body lotion. At home, I try to use actually just a straight up body oil or plain oil on its own. But obviously, going from the pool, needing to get dressed quickly and head back home, body lotion is where it's at, right? So I've got a whole bunch of other empty body lotions in here. Let me find them. Well, here's half of one. This is another Nivea lotion that I bought after liking that one, but I don't love these pump containers because there's always like a third of the bottle that you can't get to. I find sometimes they get clogged even halfway through the pumps. So I chop off the bottom so I can scoop out that extra lotion. And yeah, it was okay. It was not as good as the other one. And final Nivea body lotion. This is one that I bought in Japan because I was there for a month last year. And it was great. It was one that I could find regularly and I could recognize, and so knew what the product was. And I find that when I travel, I don't like to pack a big thing of body lotion, but if I'm gone for a long time, I tend to just purchase it when I arrive at my destination. So then I can just recycle or dispose of the container when it's done and not have to bring it home with me. Okay. Let's stick to body lotions. This is a very expensive body lotion that I bought because about a year or so ago I was having a bad reaction. My skin was very irritated, and my dermatologist recommended this, and so I picked it up. It's called Xeracalm AD Lipid Replenishing Balm, and so it's for severe dryness, skin prone to atopic dermatitis, and skin prone to itching. I have what's called contact dermatitis, which is dermatitis or eczema, irritation of the skin, and mine is caused by coming in contact with certain allergens, most specifically nickel. So I don't know what it was that caused the breakout, but this is what my doctor recommended. It was about $30 though. If I could afford to just keep buying it, I would. But it didn't change my life. You know what I mean? La Roche Posay also has a similar product. I think it's called Lipid. And it's great, but it's pricey. Here's another one I finished up because I'm just trying to get through everything, even if I don't love it. This is Creations Garden. Health is Nature Intended Body Butter. Which was fine. Olive and shea. Bought it at a health food store. I don't think I'll buy it again. I know I will not buy this again. Same thing. Like, I keep ending up in health food stores when I need body lotion. Excuse me. This smelled terrible. It bunched up on the skin. It did not feel great. I will not be buying it. Sorry, Jason. That's all I'll say. Okay, here's one that's kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. This is New Balance Skin Relief Oatmeal Moisturizing Lotion. So this is essentially a Dollarama knockoff of Aveeno oatmeal lotion, which I have used many times before, and I am currently using. This is not nearly the same. It didn't smell great. It moisturized fine, but it didn't feel relieving in quite the way that Aveeno does. So, but I had to try it. It was $1.50, and I used it up, went on my body. Okay, this was another pricey one, but one that I was wanting to try for years. It's called Ameliorate Transforming Body Lotion. So essentially this is a body lotion with a chemical exfoliant. This one has an alpha hydroxy acid, and I found out about it through Pixie Woo, of course. And I looked it up, found it was only available in the UK, but my brother and his wife live there, so my sister-in-law brought this back for me the last time they were there. And the reason I was excited to try it was because I have keratosis pilaris, which they also call bumpy chicken skin. Anyways, and so I was excited to try it. I have spots basically, you know, from here down on my body, especially on my legs and arms. And so I was curious to see if it would get rid of them. Mine are more visible than they are textured or rough feeling. So I was hoping it would just like lessen how visible they are. And it did not. It did make my skin very smooth. Like you can feel the chemical exfoliating exfoliating effect that the AHA has in this lotion. But for the price, I think I had to pay almost $40 for it after the conversion. And so yeah, for the price, it didn't do exactly what I wanted, and it smelled terrible. And it had this kind of like medical, not nice feeling on the skin. So I won't be buying this again. It was nice to try. Like I said, it does smooth out the appearance of the KP, but for me, it just didn't reduce the look of it as much as I wanted to. And I've since found a similar product that's much more affordable and available in Canada that has lactic acid in it. So maybe I'll empty that out eventually and tell you about it in another such video. Skincare continued. Banana Boat Sun Comfort Sunscreen Spray. I talked about this in my sunscreen graveyard video. Check it out if you have not already. It's 45 minutes where I try a lot of sunscreens on. And I really like it. I have another bottle going. I emptied these ones last summer. Goes on clear. It's not greasy, but it makes your skin feel smooth. It says sand easily brushes off. I haven't been around sand, but could very well be the case. Buying again. Should we stay with sunscreens? There's a bunch of them. Okay, firstly, here's one that I purchased myself and will purchase again, I'm sure. It's called the Aveeno Positively Radiant Daily Moisturizer, SPF 30. This is also one that I keep in my gym bag so that I can put sunscreen on after my swim to get home. And it's nice. It's a chemical sunscreen. It has natural light diffusers, which means it just has like a little bit of a shimmer. Looks nice on the skin, doesn't irritate me. I bought not the exact same, but a similar Aveeno SPF 30 moisturizer. Olay Total Effects 7-in-1 Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This is my mom's. She left it in our car, so I started using it at the pool, and I have finished it, and I will not be purchasing it for her. Maybe I'll purchase it for her, but I will not be buying it for myself. Again, it definitely moisturizes, but I found it really burnt my skin, especially around my eyes, which is quite common with chemical sunscreens, but hasn't happened to me for a while. But this one, it did. So I'll be stealing other sunscreen in the future from my mother. Here's another one I talked about in my sunscreen graveyard video, and if I'm honest, there's still like a third of this left, but I just can't finish it. It's so gross. It smells bad. It feels gritty. It's the Drunk Elephant Umbra Sheer Physical Daily Defense SPF 30. Fit for the pit. I had to get rid of it. Here's a sample sunscreen that I used up. I'm trying to get through my samples too. Ugh. Elizabeth Arden Intervene Pause and Effect Moisture Cream SPF 15. So not really enough SPF for me, but I wanted to use it up, and it is really nice. If I could get away with such a low SPF, maybe I'd purchase the full size. Not today. I think that's it for sunscreens. Okay. There's a bunch to go. This is a big one. I finally finished. Empty. My Glossier Priming Moisturizer Rich. Is this a nice cream? Yeah. Am I gonna buy it again? No. It was quite expensive. I bought it, I think, in one of my very first Glossier orders when I was on a real Katie Jane Hughes kick, and she used to use it a lot because it does give like quite a sheen to the skin. And I opted for this over the priming moisturizer, regular, not rich, because my skin is so dry. And this is billed as a priming moisturizer, as in moisturizer to wear under your makeup. And I found that this did not perform well under makeup. It would peel off my skin once I put makeup over it. It was like the few times I did wear this under makeup, I had to redo the makeup. It ruined the makeup, unfortunately. But like I said, it does feel nice and moisturizing and rich on the skin. However, if you have sensitive skin, I can't really recommend this because it has this lavender scent to it. And I found when I combined this with a chemical exfoliant, it would really like get tingly and red and uncomfortable on the skin. On its own, the scent wasn't too bad, but it just not gonna do it. Not gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna do some face oils. What's this one? Pearlessence Argan Oil and Vitamin E. This, if you've ever shopped at Winners in Canada, you have probably seen this brand. I feel like they just model their products over what's kind of hip looking. Like this bottle looks like a Herbivore brand face oil, but for like a fraction of the cost. And it was fine. I chose this over the many others they have on sale there because it had the least amount of ingredients in it. However, it did have quite a strong fragrance, which didn't do it for me. I just found it overpowering, and I would say that it worked, but it did not work as well as my Province Apothecary. So I'd rather not waste the money on the cheap stuff, you know. Speaking of not the cheap stuff, this is PAI Rosehip Oil, empty, as you can see, which I got on Buns, but it's quite a pricey oil. And I thought I would just try it as an alternative to my Province Apothecary face oil. And it felt okay on the skin, but the smell of it, I just couldn't handle. And the color of it is very dark, which I think it's just naturally, it has a dark kind of orange color. And this bottle spilled open in my cosmetic bag. Maybe I'll find a photo of it somewhere. I have this nice white minimalist cosmetic bag from Muji, and half of this bottle went inside and stained it because the oil itself is so orange. So maybe that's why I didn't like it, but like I said, it didn't do anything more than my other face oils, and the smell really bothered me. Bye-bye, PAI. Last one. This is the Milk Makeup. What do they call this? Oh, white on clear. It just says hydrating oil. So this is a solid face oil. And I never thought I would get through this because these Milk Makeup sticks, man, they're real chonkers. And yeah, this is a scented oil, which really bothered me at first. It has a lemon scent, which a lot of Milk Makeup products do. But I got over it once I realized the convenience of a solid oil like this, especially for going to the pool. Before I swim, I try to put on as much moisturizer on my face and like around my hairline as possible. And this was just so convenient to like boop, 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 done. So I did manage to use this up. I have another one that I bunsed, so I'm going to keep using it. And like I said, it took a long time. I'll probably keep purchasing it, if only for the convenience at the pool for me. Not so convenient at the pool for me. This is a little La Roche-Posay Thermal Spring Water Sensitive Skin Moisturizer that I picked up from the L'Oreal warehouse sale last year. Because I just wanted something quick, rather than using my regular moisturizer. Just a lotion is easier for the pool. And I found that this did nothing on my skin except make it sweaty, which is strange. So yeah, not a good one for me. Won't be repurchasing. I've got a few face masks in here, so why don't we go down that road. First, one of these little Sephora Pearl sleeping masks. Perfecting and Brightening. It was small and cheap, and so I added it to my cart at Sephora. It was fine. Probably don't need it. This was not small and cheap. Well, it was a little small. This is the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask. And this was a big influencer push for sure. I started seeing a lot of people included in their videos. And so based on it being just like super hydrating, the jet lag name made me think, oh, this is going to be perfect for on a plane when you're just like the most desiccant that you could be. But because of the price, I didn't want to buy the full size. So this is actually the travel size option that Sephora gives you. I'll show you the tube that comes inside. I did use it all up. Yeah. And this felt nice, but I wouldn't consider it a hydrating dewy mask. Like, I found it was kind of just like a moisturizer, which maybe is just a testament to how dry my skin is, maybe. Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to repurchase it. If it was gifted to me, I'd be happy. But like I said, it just felt like a face moisturizer, and I didn't actually find it that glowy or shiny on the skin, which is what a lot of people kind of purported it did for them. Here's something I will probably repurchase, or maybe I have already and I just don't have the empty. This is the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. Glowing radiance and softening, it says. I really like this product. I'm maybe a sucker for their packaging, but mostly I just love watermelon. Watermelon anything. I bought watermelon Hubba Bubba this week. I just love the smell. I love the taste. I love the feel of it. It dries on the skin so that your pillow's not getting all goopy, which is nice because they say to use it overnight. I wish I knew more of the actual, copy for this, like what the properties are, but it just makes your skin feel so smooth. I'm guessing it's some type of chemical exfoliant. So I was careful to put sunscreen on the next morning when I did this mask, but yeah, smells great, made my skin feel great. This is the small size. This is the travel size, which lasted me quite a long time. It was plenty. Yeah, very cool. And it made me buy this watermelon glow sheet mask, which was cool, but I don't know. I think maybe I was put off by the fact that I didn't realize when it said jelly, I thought it just meant the ingredients, but it was not a paper mask. It was literally a plasticky jelly mask, which was cool. It's easier to put on than a paper mask, but these are already so wasteful. I don't think I would want to continue buying these. Smelled great. Felt okay. Along these same lines, let's talk about Olay Skin Food. Another Katie Jane Hughes made me buy it. And I was very hopeful because it's a more natural product. It's super thick and rich. But I actually found it was too thick to the point where, and maybe it's because it's cold where I live, it was so hard to get out of the tube. And it took so much working it into my skin and warming it up so that it was no longer solid to then apply on my skin. It was just a lot of work. It also has quite a lot of citrus in it, which is not always my favorite, especially on my face. Yeah, I don't know. I know that they have since put it in a plastic bottle. Maybe that will make it easier to get out of the tube. But I'm unsure if I will purchase this again. That's a maybe. That's a maybe for me. Continued to try to use samples. These are just moisturizing creams that didn't really do anything. You know the type. This is the Tatcha water cream, which I was excited about, but there's so much water in it that it literally evaporated before I could use it. So don't sleep on using those Sephora samples. Here's another similar one. This is the Fresh Rose Dehydration Face Cream, which was very nice. I mean, I don't use a face cream so much anymore other than at the pool, and then that needs to be a sunscreen and for after. And anyways, it's complicated. I've been using this face oil because I just find it does so much more than a cream can. But you know, if I had the money to just have face creams, superfluous face creams, I might buy it. Same thing goes for Charlotte's Magic Cream. It felt fine, but like, it's not magic, that's for sure. Oh my god, we're so close. This is a really crusty old Blistex Daily Conditioning Treatment Lip Balm with Sunscreen, which I probably had for 10 years, but I finally used it up, and I forgot on those last few swipes round. This stuff is great. I'm gonna buy one again once it goes on sale. Yeah, not the intense Lip Medics, the blue one. You know, I'm beyond that stage of my life. This is the one that's good to me. Another lip balm that took me years to finish. This is the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream Lip Protectant Stick. I bought an 8-hour cream gift set, and it came with this as well as a full size. And this is fine, but if you know anything about 8-hour cream, you know that it has that smell, and so does this lip balm. So a smell is one thing, but a smell paired with a taste, it's quite another. So yeah, I wouldn't buy this on its own, but it made me feel fancy. Okay, the only thing left are my actual makeup beauty empties. One, this is just the box, but this is from my Clarins Mineral Loose Powder. I don't use a lot of loose powder, so it takes me years and years to go through one, so I finally finished one. This is the box for its replacement, which I got on clearance somewhere, and I have kept the container to reuse because it's a nice, let me show you, where is it? Let me show you. Because it's a nice container, you'll have seen it in my videos. Thank you very much. Okay. Definite favorite, have already repurchased, but it's only maybe just arrived in Canada. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour. I bought these in the Czech Republic when I was there, and it's so good. I really like it. I used it today. This is the shades C1 and C2. I'm probably more of a C1. But I used it all up. I've got 2 more backup. But rumor has it is Revolution is coming to Shoppers Drug Mart, so I'm going to hunt down those locations. It's less than $10, and it's just really good. And I think it's vegan and cruelty-free and made in Europe. Everything you'd want it to be, right? Okay, these are not empty, but I just had to get rid of them because they were so old. They have changed color, which is a shame. They're some of my favorite foundations. This is the Revlon Color Stay for normal to dry skin in the shades Porcelain and Buff, 130 and 150 respectively. They are both now too dark for me. They're just like, they go on the skin and they're instantly orange, which is the only way I'll really get rid of foundation. I keep foundation as long as I can use it, really. Definitely beyond its expiration. I live in Canada. It's cold and dark, and so products last longer. Don't at me. Or you can. We'll have a chat. We'll have a chat. Another drugstore finally finished up. CoverGirl Cheekers. Cheekers. The shade has rubbed off. Or no, it's called Natural Shimmer. And it's totally gone because I love this blush. I've already repurchased it. I've got 2 backups. I've got another one that's already hit pan. It's so good. It's so cheap and it's so good. It's like a peachy color. It looks almost like nothing on the skin, but a little bit of something and some sheen. Not shimmer, not glitter. Sheen. Love it. Another couple of things that aren't technically empty but have dried out and I can't scoop anything else out of it are the NYX Vivid Brights eyeliners in Vivid Envy and Vivid Sapphire. These are great. I featured this one in my Blue Electric Blue eyeliner video. Go check it out. Thanks. They're bright liquid eyeliners. They're relatively affordable. I've still got the purple one. It's still alive. If they still make them, I would probably repurchase the next time I feel the need. Oh, there's only a couple of things left. And they are sponges. And they are another thing I should throw out more often, but I use until they absolutely dry up or crumble. So these are 2 Real Technique sponges, which I'm getting rid of. They're going in the trash, I promise. Because I don't think I can recycle these, can I? Probably not. I'll look it up. Oh, well, I'm spent. Thanks for checking out my trash. Yeah, this is making me think a little bit more about what products are worth my money, what I absolutely need and use on the regular, which is basically deodorant, body lotion, and face oil. Anyways, maybe in another year, we'll do another one. Thanks so much. Bye.